a flying steam locomotive. In 1895, a train traveling from Paris to Granville disrupted its schedule and was accelerated to an incredible 90 kilometers per hour to make up for it. But at Montparnasse station, the driver applied the brakes late, and at a speed of 50 kilometers per hour, the locomotive broke through a dead end along with the station wall and flew out into the street, flying 50 meters. He fell on a newspaper stand, right on the head of the unfortunate Marie-Augustine Aguilar, drinking espresso, lunch at an altitude of 230 meters. In the early 1930s, an amazing scene unfolded high above the busy streets of New York. 11 people, waving their legs on a steel beam, were having lunch and chatting over a yawning chasm. We're still scared, but they weren't. They're high-rise installers. They're probably sleeping on rails in the sky. The city committee of the CPSU is conferring in gas masks. During the Soviet era, everyone was ready to put on a gas mask. We were ready for a world revolutionary war with the rotting West, and we were ready to launch and receive a nuclear strike in response. This willingness of the population was practiced at civil defense exercises, where a siren sounded. The gawking proletariat without gas masks was grabbed by the guys in the middle of the working day and taken away on a stretcher. Therefore, even the city party committee was vigilant and grabbed for a gas mask so that they would not be taken away. A Nazi kisses a Soviet nurse passionately. Websites and articles about the USSR's friendship with Nazi Germany before the war are filled with this photo. They say this is a joint fascist-Soviet parade in September 1939 in Brest-Litovsk on the occasion of the partition of Poland. But in fact, this is a fake and an example of crude Polish propaganda. In fact, some bad person took a photo of the gathering of Russian reenactors in Sevastopol in 2007. This is an action where some disguise themselves as Germans, others as Russians, and they depict a wartime battle, carefully restoring form and technique. That year, a husband and wife arrived there, and upon completion of the assault, they kissed as legitimate lovers. A bad Polish personality removed the details, imitated a black and white photo, and posted it on social networks. It was immediately picked up by the yellow press, replacing the truth with a fake. The Imperial nuclear explosion. During the Cold War, the Earth witnessed the creation of unprecedented waves born not of nature, but of atomic weapons. Underwater atomic explosions. In 1946, the United States conducted Operation Crossroads on Bikini Atoll in the Pacific Ocean, detonating 2 atomic bombs under the ocean surface. A column of water of colossal size soared literally to the heavens, to a height of 2 kilometers above the clouds. Along with the marine life and the remnants of the ocean floor, he was crowned with the imperial crown of madness, and the war cruisers below seemed like grains of sand. They all look alike. This slightly frightening picture is not from the Clone Wars, but a Norwegian farming family posing in 1910 to get a picture in the family album. We see a father of a family, a mother and 4 children. It is impossible not to notice that they all look the same. Even the wife, it seems, the prolific farmer also gave birth to. They're so angry because smiling in the photo was considered a sign of Moronism. Gorbachev and his wife are on vacation in the West. Mikhail Gorbachev, while still the first secretary of the Stavropol Regional Committee of the CPSU, traveled abroad and loved capitalism, which he blasphemed to the people at the CPSU congresses. Gorbachev was young, talkative, and cheerful, so the communist parties of the West asked to send him for fraternal meetings. So Mikhail began to visit Europe most often in the CPSU, Italy, Belgium, Germany, Greece. After working at Lenin's party, Mikhail and Raisa rented a car and traveled for a month to Europe, resorts, and department stores. And then Gorbachev would come back and convince us of the victory of communism, hiding Calvin Klein panties under the trousers of the Bolshevik factory, when a woman's legs are taller than a man's. This is the Slovak model Adriana Sklenarakova together with the French actor Jamal Debbouze at the presentation of the Caesar Award in 1999. Adriana's height is 185 centimeters plus heels equals 193 centimeters. Jamal's height is 165 centimeters. Slavianka is included in the Guinness Book of Records as the owner of the longest legs in the world. Her legs are 125 centimeters long, almost like the man in the photo, with a yoke around his neck. Torture is literally embodied in Asia and was called Kanga. A heavy board weighing from 7 to 20 kilograms, depending on the crime, was hung around the criminal's neck and locked with a padlock, and he wore it without taking it off, slept, ate, worked, and loved. The criminal carried the piece of wood alone or with his comrades, like these 3 Chinese women who were sentenced to death for treason. One for everyone, to save the tree. Countess Cleavage. British Imogen Hassall was a movie actress in the 60s and 70s, but she was remembered by everyone because of the exploitation of her magnificent body, for which she was nicknamed Countess of Cleavage, Countess of Cleavage. There was a time when, after Marilyn Monroe, everyone wanted to see more of the female body. So the British woman gave her body by playing sexy, barely dressed characters in movies and on television. Like many beauties, life didn't work out. The Countess of Décolleté lost her children and husbands, her body aged and stopped selling. Hassall committed suicide at the age of 38. If you love vintage photographs and want to immerse yourself in the atmosphere of the past, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Here you will find unique snapshots, interesting stories, and captivating facts about celebrities and events that have left their mark in history. Support us with a like so we can continue sharing this amazing collection with you.